What's going on, everyone? I am ZippingMeteor. Welcome to another early build Let's Play. Today we are taking a look at FreezeME, a game from Rainy Night Creations. This is a bit different. Usually I try to play early builds either from Steam Early Access or demos and betas and things like that from games that I've pre-ordered. This, though, was brought to my attention directly from the developers themselves. See, they contacted me on YouTube about 2 weeks ago. I didn't get to the message until recently due to the message automatically being flagged as likely spam on YouTube. But I checked it the other day just out of curiosity, and there was a message from the developers. They wanted me to do a first impressions video of their game for my channel as a way to, I guess, not only show them little bugs in the game, but also to help promote the game. Now, this isn't the first time a developer has done this. I believe Bloodlust Shadowhunter, I believe that was the game. Those developers contacted me to play their game as well. So if any indie developers are watching this video, or any of my videos for that matter, and you want me to try out your game, try out an early build of your game, bring it to my attention. As long as it's not a horror game, I'll probably be willing to give it a shot. As long as you'll, let me make a video of it. I'm willing to help promote the game. I'm completely cool with that. Now, what is FreezeME? Well, it's a 3D platformer heavily inspired by Super Mario 64. You'll see what I mean rather soon. Where you play as this character that's running around the logo. I believe her name is R. Yes, just the letter R. And her friend is the character in the background that looks like a dog. His name is M. Again, just the letter M. I don't know if there's a reason for their single letter names, but if there isn't a reason in the story for it, Rainy Night Creations, I know you're watching this video, maybe put a little bit more thought into the names. It's not real creative. Just saying. Now, I have played this a few times just to get a feel for the controls and the world, so I didn't look like I, jumped right into a game I didn't know about, though I am. And I have noticed a few problems, so I'll go ahead and address those now. One, the controls are a bit clunky. They're heavily inspired by Super Mario 64, but a lot of times the buttons just don't work. And I know it's not my controller. I've tried it with plenty of other games, it works great. It's this game. Also, though, some of the enemies, if they lock in on you, they will chase you through the air to actually get to you, even if they're ground-based enemies. That shouldn't happen. In the controls menu, some of the options are not automatically synced to a controller, even if the controller is plugged in. Specifically, the crouch button. It's not actually bound to a controller button on that screen. It is on the controller, just not on the screen. And there are a few other issues, but I'll get into those when we start this up. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, I do want to see this game actually succeed. I want it to get finished, I want it to do well, I want it to be a fun experience. Because I love 3D platformers. And there just aren't enough of them. There are really only indie devs making them these days, which is a real shame. And that's how it all began. Even the music feels like Super Mario. Yes, I know how to jump. I don't need that tutorial. I've played it twice already. Alright. Let's go ahead and chase down this pig woman so that she can teach us the main mechanic of the game. Or at least give us an idea of the fact that it exists. Yes, I'm still here. Keep running. You're not that hard to follow. You've got a dash that's faster than you are. Oh, and while I'm running through randomly shaped scenery, another issue that I came across the first time I started this up: the corners of the scenery, whether it's these hills or any spot where one piece of scenery touches another, it seems to be pretty easy to either get stuck or completely lose all ability to actually run on the surface. Now they're trying to replicate a Nintendo 64 game here, so I do appreciate that the way the characters speak is for the most part just random grunts and squeaks. It's a nice touch. You don't see that too often. Now, the next big problem with this game is the main function of the game. You can use your camera to actually freeze enemies in time, which is a cool idea. I don't think I've ever seen it done before. However, it's a bit clunky, just like the rest of the controls. And this is an early build of a game. It's not meant to be like a buttery smooth type of gameplay or anything. It just get up there and stay up there. But for some reason the camera feels more clunky than it should. I like the idea. If some time is spent to make it work correctly, then I'm all for it, but it needs to be quicker, or I don't know, having something that completely locks you in place like that just doesn't really fit in a game where enemies could potentially be chasing you. Unless there's some other way that I don't know about to actually kill them. I don't know if the kick actually kills them or not. I haven't tried. Alright, we're going to jump into this level because it shows you how much they're actually inspired by Super Mario. This boss is definitely inspired by King the Bomb in the whole level layout. Winding mountain, large cannonballs being fired at you. Really large boss at the top of the mountain. It's the tree version of King the Bomb. Which I don't mind. Like I said, I'm a big Super Mario 64 fan. Let's see if I can actually kick these guys. Nope. Oh, yes I can. But that one was about ready to explode. Alright, so the kick does kill him. It's good to know. It's the first time I've actually tried to do that. Will it work on these guys? No. Will not work on those guys. How do you dare coming up here? I should note that the developers are not American, as far as I know, so translations may not be completely correct. Alright, I think I know how I'm supposed to destroy this guy. Yeah. FreezeME. Hey you. Come get me. And I'm dead. Ooh. No, we're gonna try that again. I'm not being defeated by a tree. Logo is what his name is. I do see a lot of potential in this game, I really do. But the controls and the main hook of the game need work. I don't know if I've said this yet in this video since I have tried recording 3 times. It's a bit tricky to actually see what is scenery and what is part of the world you can interact with. Everything's so colorful on its own. Oh, I can pick him up. That's good to know. That'll make this boss easier. But everything's so colorful and has so little texture that it's... Sorry, were you trying to attack me? And now I've got her... I nearly got hit in the face with a cannonball. Okay, I know how to beat you now. Yeah, I want your golden cube. No, don't crawl. Get up. Enemy didn't explode on contact like I was hoping. Come on. Should be 3 hits. Maybe it wasn't 3 hits. Oh, he covers himself up if he's not frozen. Camera definitely needs some work. Hey you, come here. Let's try this a different way. He covers himself up a bit too often. I'm gonna get him this time. If I don't decide to punt the exploding enemies. Okay, one more try. This will probably be the last time I actually try, simply because the controls need a lot of work, and if I keep trying, I'm going to start bashing an unfinished game. And I'd rather not do that. I want to try to promote the game, show what it's doing right. It's a very colorful game. I like the music. It's heavily inspired by one of my favorite N64 games of all time, and I'm sure a lot of people have Super Mario 64 near top of their list for N64 games. Get off my walkway. There's what I mean when the enemies just float. If they want to attack you, they will hover in the air until they're ready to explode. Really? Slide down. Just hug the wall. Too close. Way too close. Okay, it exploded right when it came out of the picture. So we got lucky on that one. Hey, you. Three hits, he's down. But then it's stuck in the take picture screen until the gem shows up. That needs to be changed, developers. Yeah. Oh, and the whole screen just stays in the camera when you... Yeah, that needs fixed. And then it struggles to figure out which screen it's in. Alright, we beat the giant Groot / King the Bomb enemy. The camera needs some work, the controls need some work. A little bit more texture could be put in the levels to make it more visually appealing. This look might have worked well for N64, but I feel it might turn people away these days. Characters' names could be changed to be a bit more creative, at least with the two main characters, R and M. But I do see a lot of potential in this. I do like 3D platformers, I do like collectathon games. I want to see more of them. So, yeah, I don't think I'll play this again for an early build video, but if it gets finished and it comes out, I would be more than happy to play it again to see how things have changed. I did like what I played when the camera wasn't, or when the camera and the controls weren't completely messing with my head. I don't mind that the character itself is rather bland looking. That really doesn't bother me at all. Come on, swim up. Yeah, I really do think this has potential. So, links related to this game will be in the description down below. If you guys like this video, please give it a like. If you like any of the content that I've created, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I will also include links to the other game that I've been asked to do an early impressions video of in an annotation on your screen. Let's say on the warp. Go ahead and click the warp if you want to see the other game that I was actually asked to play. Thank you all so much for watching. I am ZippingMeteor, and I'll see you next time. Later.